Hi everyone, it's Mary here. Welcome back to the channel. I have something quick that I wanted to share with you today, and I pray that it will bless you in the name of the Lord. And it's a scripture, Psalm 106, chapter 24. It states, "The people refused to enter the pleasant land, for they wouldn't believe his promise to care for them." The people refused to enter the pleasant land, for they wouldn't believe his promise to care for them. And that really just hit me about, I don't want to miss the pleasant land that the Lord has for me because I refuse to believe that he will take care of me. And, you know, there is that gap between, it's that space between where we know we can take care of things ourselves and we know that we have it under control, that we have it taken care of, that we are comfortable in the space of being able to manage things on our own. There's a gap between that place and the place that the Lord is trying to give us and the place that the Lord wants us to be, which is a pleasant land. It's a desirable land. And it's a land I want to run after with all my heart. And I'm sure you do as well. And I don't want to miss it because I wouldn't believe or trust God to take care of me in that way. And he had reminded me of when I was younger and when I was a little girl. We grew up in an older home that was built like late 1800s, early 1900s, and it had a clawfoot tub, it had crystal doorknobs, it had hardwood floors, a wooden porch, a wooden swing on the front porch. So it was that older style of home, and it had tall ceilings, and there was an attic in the house, but the only way to get up in the attic was a square that was about this big that you had to climb through, and there were no stairs or anything leading into the attic. It was literally a hole in the ceiling, and you had to get up there and climb through the hole to get into the attic. And once you got up there, there was no electricity, so it was just, you had to bring flashlights and lanterns, so it was this dark place that was dusty and mysterious. And as a child, this was a little bit creepy, but also a really fun place to go. And so anytime our dad had to go up there and do work, we wanted to come along, and sometimes he would let us. But the only way for us to get up there, so our dad was tall and thin, and he could easily climb up there himself, but he would put a ladder, like a ladder you would use to paint with, and he would have to climb up into the attic first, and then he would look down through that square in the ceiling, and he would talk us through what to do. And as a little girl, he would talk me through climbing up the ladder, and then I would get to the very top of the ladder, the place where, you know, there's that sign that says, "Don't stand here, danger," where you're not supposed to stand. I would have to stand there, let go with my hands, and reach my hands straight over my head, stand up as tall as I could on the top of the ladder, and my dad would reach down and grab my hands and then just pull me up through the hole in the ceiling into the attic. And so the Lord was just talking to me about that, and how that is the place where we have to trust God to show up, because we come to the top of our ladder, we come to the end of ourselves where we've climbed as much as we can, and we've done as much as we can and as much as we can manage. But then there's the space between the top of the ladder and getting up into the ceiling where our Father is. There is this gap. And to pass through this gap, we have to let go. We have to let go of our hands, and we have to trust God to grab a hold of us and bring us through the rest of the way. And so that's what the Lord is saying. And there's someone who needs to hear this today, because the Lord would not let me let go of this, that it's going to take letting go and trusting God in a place where you are no longer in control, in a place where you can no longer manage on your own, and trusting Him, stepping out into that space and trusting God to show up and be God, God to show up and do His part, and trusting Him to take care of you. So let go, step into that place, step beyond yourself, and trust God to show up and take care of you today. And let Him show Himself as God, that you may enter into the pleasant land and the desirable place that He has for your life. Because you will get there by faith in Him, and you can trust Him today. So I will leave you with that. I pray that this has blessed you today, and I'll talk with you next time. Bye.